live because I'm going to share this with those of you that are on my text message notifications. Yay! Come on in and say, hey, it is, oh, it's not hump day. It's Thursday actually, isn't it? Yeah, I'm a day. This whole week's been off. I don't know about you guys. When we have a holiday like that on a Monday, it just throws me completely off. And I have a feeling I'm not the only one. But, y'all, the kids are outside playing, so it's quiet in here right now. Not going to guarantee for how long. Gary's taking a nap on the couch. He's on his summer hours, so that means that he goes in at 6 o'clock. And so it takes a little while to get adjusted to the new hours. So come hang out. Sorry. Wreath kit. All right. Whoops. No. Okay. There we go. And send. All right. Text message has been sent. If you are on that text message notifications, you're going to get that. If you're not on the text message notifications, why not? Why not? Oh, you know what? I adjusted my camera and I cut off my head when I did it. Let me see if I have. Love it. Oh, that's why. Because it needs to go a little wider. There we go. Done. Done. Now you can see me. Can you see me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Now I can watch your comments. Hello. So I actually got started on this already. Hey, Lynn. Good to see you. I got started on this already. And then while I was doing that, I'm like, why don't I just go live while I'm doing this part? So that's what I did. I went live. So I started this already. This kit comes with 2 rolls of that poly jute net mesh, and I think it's natural and white. It might be natural and cream. I don't know. And then it also comes with the wreath frame and this fun sign. So, you know, I was thinking about it a little bit earlier before I went live. I was like, you know what? This would be perfect for like a wedding gift because it's so neutral that, you know, a newlywed couple surely would enjoy that. And it's so home sweet home. So it's very, very neutral. Lisa, how are you? Good to see you. So anyway, I thought, you know, that would make a great wedding gift. If you guys have any weddings coming up this summer, that would be a good one. But, and then it also comes with all 3 rolls of this ribbon. In fact, I'll bring it down here so you guys can see because I love this ribbon. Look at that. You get all 3 rolls of that ribbon with this kit. So I couldn't make, because I don't know if you guys have ever smelled magnolias before, but they are amazing. Super sweet smell. And it's just one of those things I truly enjoy. The fragrance of a magnolia. So anyway, I cut these at 20 inches. If you're not familiar with my technique, when I have 2 rolls of the same mesh, I just stack them on top of each other. And then I just roll them out together. And usually it cooperates, but so I just roll them out together. Sometimes I have to weigh them down and then cut it at 20 inches. And if you do that, you will have a little bit of mesh left over on each roll. Of course, that's precious mesh, so I would hang on to that for future use. For sure, for sure. All right, so let's get back to making my curls. So I'm making a woodland ruffle. And I like to do that, especially with the poly jute, because it can fray pretty easily on the edges. So when I do that, that raw edge is now tucked on the inside, and that helps it protect it from fraying. And you'll notice too on my frame here that I've gone every other one. And then once I get this final one, then I'll go back and put on top of those. So what that does is it helps my ruffles lay smoother and they don't bunch up that way. And so now when I put this one, it's going to be on top of those two right there. If you've never tried that before, it's my favorite way to do it. My favorite. Serena, hello. Hey, Carol. Beautiful. Carrie. So actually, it's been really dreary today for us. So much that the kids are just now being able to go outside and play. So the sun's starting to come out, and it's been a little chilly this morning, but it's just now. And I'm glad they were going crazy. Trust me, it's good therapy for them and me if they get to go outside and play. Karen, hello, hello. How are you, my friend? Debbie, you made it. Hey, girl. Hey, for those of you that go shopping at Festive Creations by Stephanie, a couple of quick announcements. Heather and I did some destashing. And if you don't know what that means that I cleaned out my craft room. And I had a lot of stuff. And I'm destashing it. So like rolls of ribbon that are partially used. Some of them mesh, almost full rolls of mesh, signs that I've had forever, things that I have not used and I've had them forever, or I'm just also trying to make room for some new things. So what I did is I created a listing under new arrivals that says mystery destash box or something like that. So you're going to get a box, if you want, of my personal stuff that I'm destashing. Of course, it's all from my craft room, so it's not brand new off the shelf. But it might be, you might have a Dollar Tree candy cane frame in there. You might have, you never know what you might find in that box. So it's always going to be a surprise. But they're $15 a box. And the box is going to be about 15 by 15 by 6. So it's going to be a decent size box. I don't have one right here with me, but I just listed those. And I told Heather, I said, bring a tote over, because you know my craft room's at the house. And I said, bring a tote over. And she goes, Stephanie, you didn't tell me to bring 2, because we have some really large totes. Yeah, she's like, I should have brought 2 of them. That's okay. We haven't even got everything yet. We can refill it tomorrow. So that's probably what we'll do. Not a big deal. My trusty companion over here just came in. Diana, hello. Erie, Pennsylvania. Cindy, good. Karen, good. I'm glad you're doing well. And hot Central Florida. Well, Diana, you would love our weather today. Actually, it was like 64 when I had to run an errand earlier, and it was 64 degrees. I even wore a jacket. Okay, I think I've got all of them in between. So that's the bottom layer. That's what it looks like with those 20-inch strips. So now I'm going to start on the top, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go every other twist tie, and then I'll go back and fill in the gaps. Yes, Diana, I figured you would. I figured you would enjoy that, because it's probably pretty humid too there. And that's one thing nice today is we don't have very, very little or no humidity. I thought I turned that puppy on. All right, I'm going to turn my glue pot on high heat because it's not melted yet. I wanted glue. Louisiana, Amanda. Another one, probably in some hot, humid weather right now, aren't you? There in Louisiana. What part of Louisiana are you from? Oh, Diana, I'm so sorry. Yep. Sorry, girl. And it's not even summer yet. That's the scary part, right? That is the scary part. Bridget, did you make it home with all your treasures? It sounds like you're going to be busy. Lafayette. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I know you are then. Hot and humid. Maryland. Hey, Sheila. Sheila, did you see that I posted your one of your wreaths that you did? I posted it as a featured post this morning. The one with the pig. It turned out so stinking cute. So cute. I absolutely adored it. So I featured you as a designer this week with your finished one. And yes, Diana, and it's hurricane season. When isn't it a hurricane season for you all? Like February, maybe January. I don't know. 1 month out of the year. I'm just curious. I've never lived down there, so I don't know the beginning or the end of hurricane season, but it seems like it's always hurricane season. We, Gary and I take cruises, and so we have to keep that into consideration. We cruised out of New Orleans this last time in December. We took a cruise and in February, and I will tell you that it was amazing to me because I live in Illinois, and so Illinois, we have significant all 4 seasons. We have a spring, summer, fall, and winter. So February is still considered winter, and we're down there in New Orleans, and we stayed the night before the cruise, and we went out the next morning for breakfast. And here's some greenskeeper out there trimming and mowing a lawn in February. Never have I ever in February mowed my grass, because there is no grass in Illinois and in February. It cracked me up. New Mexico, Rachel, it starts June 1st through November 30th. Yeah, see, there you go. Just so you don't have much. Girl. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Yes, yes, yes. All right. That's the official dates, right? Okay, I got it. Yes, yes, yes. I get it. Serena, I know, right? That Wreath was adorable. That pig one went on a dolphin cruise today, and there were so many dolphins and so many babies. Oh, that is cool. Nancy, where did you take that at? Where did you take that cruise at? That's something Gary and I need to do next time we go on a cruise. Actually, I have our next cruise booked. I have it booked. Don't ask me the dates. But we got this really good deal. Oh, I know the dates. It's actually spring break for the kids next year. So March of 2026 is our next cruise. But don't ask me where we're going or where we're leaving from. Look, it's just a big blur with school getting out and now trying to get adjusted to the new routine, having little pitter patters all day long. And managing all of that. Southport, North Carolina local was so fun. Oh, that is so cool. Good for you. What great memories. Super, super memories. You know what's funny is I cut these at 20 inches. I didn't need to. I could have cut them longer, but here's the skinny. It just is going to depend on how full you want your wreath. I could have done 32 inches on each strip, but then this would be really, really full. And if you have customers that are like, I don't want anything real thick because it won't fit between my doors, use a 20-inch ruffle rather than the 32-inch, and it comes out thinner. And now when it goes in between the door, it's much thinner. And if you if you don't use a bow on it, that also helps. So if you just do like ribbon tails and florals, I'll show you. If you stay away from adding a bow, this is a great one that would fit between your 2 doors. I think I have one twist tie that I'm missing a ruffle on. I and Jeremy swam with the sea lions on our last cruise. Serena said it was so fun. They're awesome. Where was that at? Where did you get to do that at, Serena? I need some new ideas for cruises, because we've pretty much, I think we've gone to all of the Eastern and Western Caribbean cruises. We've taken one cruise from Long Beach, California. Sorry, I don't know what it is when I go live. I get the yawns. And that one, the Long Beach one, was to Ensenada and somewhere else. I don't remember. It was a few years ago. Okay, so one thing really cool about this sign, I get a lot of questions often, like, how do you attach your signs? So this sign actually comes with holes at the top and the bottom. And so you can use either a pipe cleaner or floral wire. And so if you live in one of those states down there, you know, that's sweltering hot 13 months out of the year, you probably don't want to use a cable tie mount. So I like to use floral wire because it's not very noticeable. And so this is a 26 gauge, 22 gauge floral wire. I don't know why I said 26. And so I'm just going to add some in that bottom hole and the top hole. And then we're going to use that to attach our sign. So just kind of give that a couple of good twists. Going to add it to the top and the bottom. I just joined to spill down my back steps, 5 of them. I was looking and landed on my mom. Oh no, Renee, I'm glad you're okay. Jiminy Christmas. Are you sure you're not hurt? Because 5 steps is quite the drop, girl. Hey, Beth, how are you? Happy Thursday. Okay, so we've got a wire there. Now we're going to add a wire in this top hole. And do the same thing. So, as I mentioned, this kit actually comes with the sign, the frame, the mesh, 3 rolls of ribbon, but I forgot to mention that it also comes with these gorgeous magnolias. Come on now. These have been such a huge hit this year. So I bought these, I stocked these in this cream. It's called cream, but it's more like a white cream color. And then I also have them in like a blush pink. And they have been well received this year. Very well received. That's definitely a keeper. Hey, Miss Tina, how are you? So, yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and, so I'm going to move some of these twist ties back away, because we're going to actually put that sign in the center. And when I do, I want to make sure that I position the bottom of it in between 2 ties. So, because I'm going to be adding, actually, do I want to do that? No, I'm going to do it this way. So it's right over a twist tie. So think about it. If I add ribbon tails, my ribbon tails are going to fan away from this area. So I always stop and think about that, like where it's going to lay before I attach it. And another thing with these floral wires is they're so easy to thread through this poly jute mesh. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Took skin off one elbow and tweaked my ankle a little bit. I'll be good. Oh, Renee, I'll bet they are. She said Magnolia wreaths are super a big hit in South Carolina. Yes, ma'am. And this kind of gives you that whole, if you've ever experienced the aroma of a magnolia, a real magnolia, it's one you will never forget. And that's one thing I like about these is it just looks, you just look at that and you instantly are like, oh my gosh, they're so awesome. They're so fun to smell. They just don't last long enough, right? Cold and wet Missouri. I think it's the wettest spring in a while. Kind of over it. Tina, we had, because I'm in central Illinois, we've had the last few days have been kind of blah, not super rainy, but just like enough to keep the kids in the house. And just right now, today, I'm trying to get that tight in there. Today, just an hour or so ago, the sun started to come out and dry things up a little bit. Like I said, it hasn't been like a total washout, but just enough to keep them in the house. And I can tell it. They're feeling it. It starts to wear on them. I'm like, you guys need to get outside. Even if when we have indoor activities, like physical activities. So I try to incorporate that into their days. Today, we actually have a tic-tac-toe fitness training going on. So every day, we pull a random fitness on this little tic-tac bingo board, or yeah, it's like a bingo board. But today Emma grabbed, hers was a crab walk across the gym, and we use my great room as the gym. And then Eli's was 20 jumping jacks. So, you know, it's like all of that stuff helps burn up some of their energy. It grows like crazy here. Does it really, Renee? That's cool. The magnolias grow like crazy. Okay. There we go. And snip that off, tuck it in. And then we've got our sign attached. So we're off to a good start. And as I said, I moved those twist ties off to the side. So let's cut some ribbon. And this one's going to come with all 3 rolls of this ribbon. So let me, because I used the 20-inch poofs or strips on it, we don't need a super long tail. So I'm probably going to do like a 10-inch tail rather than a 12. And I'm going to play with that first and see how it looks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Those mystery boxes, absolutely. I already listed them on the website. So it's $15 per box. And of course, no 2 boxes are going to be the same. They're under new arrivals, but so no 2 boxes are the same, but it's stuff from my personal craft room. And so it might be, everyone will, I know for sure get ribbon, because ribbon is what I have the most of. But I also threw in like almost full rolls of mesh and signs that I've had, you know, like I've gone to vendor shows and stuff. And there's one sign, Gary's not going to like, that he wanted. And it's hand painted by an artist. And I threw that in there. I've got Dollar Tree frames that are witches' hats and candy canes and what else? Something else. Of course, the circles. But there seems like there was one other shape in there. I don't remember. Just miscellaneous stuff. Yes, yes, chasing my 2.5 home runs. I believe you, Tina, because I have a 2-year-old. He was 2 in February, and that boy can dash. And so the last 2 times I was with him, I had like chunk heels on that were like 1.5 inches tall. And of course, the one, we were at bounce tag, and he just took off like a lightning bolt. And here I am in my chunk heels trying to chase him. There was no way. There was no way. Thank goodness there was another parent down there, way down there, who caught him for me. Detained him while I got there. They are pretty rambunctious, aren't they? It's been a while since I've had just a 2-year-old around. Okay. I cut more than one, so I was going to play around with this first. But apparently I'm an overachiever. I meant to fill that up before I came live, but I didn't. I really want to do this one. can get the tape off of it. Because I really like the 7/8 inch cream ribbon on here. And so what I was thinking, let me play with this for a second. I know you can't see what I'm doing, so I'll get you down here. So what I was thinking is do this Magnolia ribbon on the bottom, this dark green, I think it's a moss green, and then taking our 5/8 inch and going on top of that. But I don't know if I want to do a tail per se, or if I want to do like just a bow. I kind of like the bow thing. Let's try that. I think this is going to be my fave. So my flowered ribbon, my patterned ribbon is on the bottom. And I did that so that this cream colored 7/8 will pop on top of that green. But watch what happens, because we're still going to be able to see all of that beautiful Magnolia ribbon when we go to spread out our tails. So I'm going to untie that because I want them all together. There we go. That's how I want it. How fun. I do like that. All right, so this time I'll measure that. So these are 10-inch tails. And I think that's going to work out perfect. What do you guys think? Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Miss Heather, look at you. Didn't you have a game or something tonight you're supposed to be at? Are you being a slacker? She's being a slacker. She's actually been very busy today. Heather has got most of the wreath kit of the month put together, because those will start shipping out on Monday or Tuesday, I believe. And so if you are in, okay, this month's wreath kit of the month, you all are in for a big surprise, because dun, 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 this month's is not a round wreath frame. This month is a teardrop swag. Yes, you heard me. You heard me. So, yeah, you're gonna love this. So, for the June wreath kit of the month that's getting ready to ship out, if you're a current member, stay tuned. We're shipping them out on Monday or Tuesday. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, because I already have one made. Michelle, I know, isn't that exciting? So, yeah, I'm super excited. And I scheduled our wreath kit of the month live on Facebook a week earlier this time. So I think it's June 11th. I don't know. It's in my Facebook page, but I'm excited too, because I know some of you that are in the wreath kit of the month club have never done a teardrop swag. And so this is going to make you stretch a little, right? Gonna make you stretch a little. Try get outside of your comfort zone. And that's sometimes a good thing, right? Get outside of your comfort zone. Just did mine from last month yesterday. Oh, you did, Michelle? She just finished hers from yesterday. Actually, mine from May is already sold. It's gone. May and April's is on my front door. I think it's either March or April. Maybe it's February's. I don't know. It's one of those months. It's the patriotic one. That's on my front door right now. And this one will probably be for me as well. It just depends. I say that and then somebody will come along and go, oh my gosh, that would be perfect on my, or that'd be perfect for so-and-so. And, you know, and so of course I'm like, oh, I can make myself another one. And then I never do. And then I never do. And that, my friends, is how I end up with those D-stash boxes that I was just talking about. Yeah. I know you all love it when I do that because $15 for that box is an amazing price. So, and you will get, well, heck, some of the signs alone are worth more than $15. And some of the signs are made from my friend at, gosh, Chris, don't kill me. Anyway, she actually is no longer in business. So those are her signs. And I bought them. Why can't I think of your business name, Chris? Don't kill me. But she lived in North Dakota. North Dakota. She moved to be with her grandkids. I've learned lots with you too, Justin. You got me hooked on them. Good deal. I'll get an email if there are any extra right. Renee, I will tell you that in the last few months, the extras, so I'll list all of them on Sunday. So I put the total number in there on Sunday. And then if there's any extra, sometimes people are grabbing them before I even get an email out. So I can't guarantee, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And look at how much ribbon is still left on this roll. Oh, you can't see that. Hang on. Here we go. See how much ribbon is still left on this roll? That's the nice thing. Like I love being able to give you guys the whole roll of ribbon, because if you want to make bows rather than what I'm doing, or you want to, not everybody makes the bows the same way or cuts the ribbon the same length. So I love to be able to give you enough that you can be creative with. That's the whole purpose, right? All right, Renee. I will try to remember, no guarantees, try to remember to holler at you if there is any left over. And of course, you know, I have teardrops on my website too, so you can at any time buy a teardrop. But of course, with this kit, I will be showing you step by step how I make mine. And that gives you some ideas and inspirations, right, Serena? Giselle, how are you? Can anyone purchase the teardrop? Yeah. So Amanda, so what I'm going to be doing, so yes, the answer is yes. You can buy a teardrop 24/7 at festivecreationsbystephanie.com, right? But, yeah, right there. But, what we're referring to is the Wreath Kit of the Month. So the Wreath Kit of the Month comes at the beginning of every month. And it has an exclusive sign that is not available anywhere else. And I teach you, you can guarantee that I'm going to teach you how I make mine. So I do that so that it inspires you and hopefully sparks some ideas. And sometimes you guys make the wreath or design the same way I do, or what really is exciting is when you do something and get creative on your own and totally change things. That's what I love about this community, is there's so many different perspectives And it really can make a difference on how things look. And let me tell you, I've seen some of your wreath kits that you've done, and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Trust me, I am not the queen of wreath makers by any means, and I love to watch what you guys do too. I'm going to make that just a little bit longer, I think. Do you see how stiff that wire is? How well it's holding its shape? That's the 7/8 inch cream. All right, so I'm going to touch this. And now I'm going to measure that. So that's about 16 inches. So now I know that we're going to need, I'm going to cut just 8 of these at 16 inches. Eight total. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those on the top layer. I didn't see Lori, Hardworking Mom, do your kit from last month. Cindy, you're right. You didn't, because we actually didn't have any extras last month. So I couldn't send her one. And even if I did and she went live, nobody could buy one because they were sold out. But we did send her one this month. So hers should be there. When did we send it? Yesterday, day before, something like that. So hers should be there very soon, before the end of the week. A good observation, though. The monthly box, Amanda, is always $52. So no matter what I put in it, it's always going to be $52. And when I say that, that's because I usually am pretty generous with it. And you know it's going to be at least a $65 value. I put a lot in it. I put some fun stuff in it. Fun stuff. I really like the way that looks. What do you guys think? And so if we do... So my idea is to use the 7/8 inch on the... Did I cut them at 12? I wonder if I did. The 7/8 inch on the top, but on the bottom row, we're just going to use the 2.5 inch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that one's too long. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I think I must have cut these at 12. I wasn't paying attention. But that's okay. We're going to trim them down. Just trim them down. Just an extra step, right? Those kids, I swear. No different than when I was a kid, right? Bantering with our brothers and sisters. Serena, aren't they? Yes, those little bows on your ribbon tails. And yeah, it adds a whole different personality and kind of sets you apart from the rest, right? I like to do different. All right. Oh, I wasn't ready for that yet. Let's just stick that guy right there. I'm putting the cart before the horse here. Y'all, this is going to be fun. It's going to be fun with those magnolias in there. And I don't know if we have any more of that 7/8 inch. So when I order for the Wreath Kit of the Month, I don't necessarily order extra. I order just enough for the Wreath Kits. And so a lot of times y'all are like, can I get some more of that mesh, or I get some more of that ribbon or whatever? And yeah, no. And that kind of helps make it exclusive too, right? You don't want your neighbors having the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Claire, awesome. That's what I'm here for. Inspiration, girl. Inspiration. This is supposed to inspire me for my front door. If it makes it that far. Like I said, and there's so many times that I'll get off a live and people will have messaged me, hey, how can I get that wreath that you just made? And sometimes it's local people. All right, now we're rocking and rolling. And my glue pot is warmed up. So how many of you guys have spring cleaned, done spring cleaning? Have you done any destashing like I did today? Because you guys are going to be able to benefit from my destashing. But I know a lot of times people will take maybe things that they've had for too long and donate them to like churches or nursing homes. But things that I have in my destash, they can't really use just because, like in nursing homes alone, most of the women, you guys know that was my career, right? I was a nursing home administrator and a nurse for 42 years. So most of those women, they don't have those fine motor skills. And so doing this isn't necessarily an option. Miss Suzette, how are you? Good to see you. Why do I feel like there's a light missing? A light out. Okay, keep it going. Let's keep going. And then we're going to pop some of those flowers in here. The kids. So I have a schedule for the kids. You know, they're 9 and 10, soon to be 11. And part of that schedule is we do some kind of scholastic educational thing. And they're cracking me up today. Why do we get summer break and still have to do schoolwork? Because I don't want your brain to be jelly by the time you get back to school. And both children are behind in academics. So, like this year, Emma's teacher said on her comments, you know, I hope you work on writing sentences over the summer. So that's what I did. Is like today's exercise was write a sentence about, I don't remember what was Emma's about. I know Eli's was her favorite something, but she did a really good job. So I think it's a great exercise for her. Good, Serena. We still do, so we're doing 10 pages a day is what we've done this week. And that seems to be working out pretty well. And I'm trying a new system this year, or this summer. Part of it is to help with some behavioral issues. And so now they earn tokens. And then they get to spend their tokens. But man, I'm telling you what, you have to have 3 tokens to watch 15 minutes of TV. I'm not an electronics fan. So they have to play board games or go outside and play or, yeah. But tonight's a special night because it's movie night. We're going to watch a movie. Otis and Milo and Otis? Something like that. I haven't seen it. Emma hasn't seen it. She picked it up. So we're going to pop some popcorn and have a movie night tonight. All right, we're on the home stretch. We just have 6 more around top to do. And of course, these are going to get the little bow. And then we're going to add those beautiful magnolias. Whoops, don't go too crazy there, Stephanie. There they are. I needed a stash instead. I'm buying everyone else's. Oh, Tina, girl. But if you're like me, it's like, I can't pass it up. It's such a good price. I like the art of not knowing, right? I like the mystery part of it. It's like, I wonder what she's got. And I can guarantee you, some of my D-stash stuff is no longer available. Guarantee it. Or very unique. But also, you know, I was amazed when I went through. So I, you know, just like everybody else, I keep my rolls of mesh that, you know, still have mesh on them. And I couldn't believe how many rolls were almost full. Almost full. And then I still have, no lie, hang on. Excuse me. Yes, I'm still on my live. I still have 2 bags like this that have partial, like even less. So these are like a little bit left on this one. This is a bag full and I have another one over there. And yeah, these aren't even going in the D-stash. Oh my gosh. It just accumulates. And then I forget sometimes to actually look on my shelf to see what I already have. And next thing you know, I'm opening up a new roll of ribbon or a new roll of mesh. And there you go. And here you are. Yes, Milo and Otis, yes. Well, hey, Missy, how are you, beautiful? Did you like that text this morning? Where is Eli? Oh, he left. Yeah, he was really confused by, it's a great day to have a great day. So I have a dry erase board that every morning I write down their chores that they have to do. And so I've been trying to put like a motivational something on it. And Missy always says, Missy's very, very dear, close BFF. And that's her saying is it's a great day to have a great day. And Eli's like, huh? What does that mean? It means it's a great day to have a great day. That doesn't make sense, he says. Yes, it does. He never did get it. He never did get it. Right? You need to help me come up with some new ones for my dry erase board every day. Yesterday, I put, what did I put on yesterday? Have an awesome day or something like that. I don't remember. But we need a new motivational quote every morning. Something. There you go. A new job because you didn't have enough, Missy. You're on it. Awesome. Yep. That one at least doesn't require any physical activity. You can think about it when you're walking Ethan's dog or watching the grandbabies. Or floating on a boat. I don't know. Any of the above? Oh, let's come down here and take a look at how this is coming through. I'm glad you guys decided to hang out with me tonight. Like I said, I started to make this and then I was like, why am I not doing this on a live? And lo and behold, here we are. Renee, awesome. She's excited. Yay. Right, Missy? Oh, here comes my Bailey Boo. She gets to go to the vet tomorrow. Yes, don't you? Uh-huh. Get your rabies shot or whatever. Yeah. Get your toenails clipped. Her checkup. Dance card is pretty full, but I don't always have time to help you. Aw, Missy. You're such a sweet friend. If we only had more Missies in the world, she really is. She's a great friend. Missy, I went and talked to Greg and Erica some more today. They are chomping at the bit. Chomping at the bit. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Yes. All right. We just need to catch up. Tomorrow I'm taking Bailey to the vet. I think the appointment is 7:40 maybe a.m. You know me, I like to do the early morning ones. And it's in Taylorville, so maybe I'll holla at you while me and the kids drive over there. Renee, what do you think so far? It's getting there. I just heard one of the kids. It's starting to rain out there. Again. Wish I could clip my toenails. I have a hard time bending over, Teresa. Yeah. I don't have that problem, but my dog, I can't clip her. She won't let me. Smile. Oh, I love that one, Serena. Hey, Miss Donna. I agree. It's going to be beautiful. So let's take a look at it before we add any of the magnolias, because that's what's coming up next, is that adding magnolias to it. So we've got that Home Sweet Home. Is it glaring for you? And yeah, I love the way it looks. Let's come back down here. Super fun. Serena, I need to write that down because when I get off the live, I'll forget it. All right, so this magnolia bush has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 magnolias in it. So I definitely want to push all my leaves up towards the top because we're going to be trimming these down. We don't need those big long stems. But so I'm going to move the leaves up towards the top and I'm going to cut this about 3 inches maybe. And see. So because we have 5, I like to just predetermine where I'm going to place them. So I do that before I add any kind of glue or anything at all, because that way I can get the visual of where they're going to go. I actually thought about doing more like a cluster. Hang on a second. Let me think about that. If we did see how those two are kind of like by each other, I kind of like that. And if you kind of do it this way, you can do a groups of 3. So you know how you want to use odd numbers. So if we did like a little cluster over here of 2, did another cluster, just work with me here for a moment. I don't know where I'm going to exactly put them yet, but did another cluster over here of 2. So those are kind of crossed from each other, and then did a single one. Or do I want to move these a little bit closer? And then do this one kind of more off to it by itself. I kind of like that way. My vet charges $30 to trim toenails. Oh, without seeing the vet. Then there's an office visit for PetSmart will groom and trim nails for $50 on my little Bella. Oh my gosh. Yes. All right, you guys. I'm going to have to write these down. Thank you, Teresa. May your day be as bright as your smile. Yes, yes, yep. So Peggy, yeah, I haven't, since we've had Bailey, we've had her for 2 years now. I've not had to have her nails trimmed. She's pretty active, and she usually, they normally don't get this long. But let me tell you, they have, they're not super long. Well, they are. I've seen worse, but they're pretty long. And I haven't had to have nails trimmed on a dog for several years. And the last time I did, my vet charged $8 to do nails. I'm going to bet that it's going to be more than $8 this time. Because it was several years ago. It was back when we had Coda, our German Shepherd. Okay, then this one's going to go right in there. Perfect. So I am adding some glue to the tip of these. And then once I bring it over here, I'm going to run it through some of that mesh and kind of wiggle it around. But I'm also putting it inside of a twist tie. So I'm putting it right where a twist tie is also going to be holding this. Oh, you can't see that. Let's do it this way. Serena. Awesome. Amy, you like it like that? I kind of am favoring that too. So, okay, I like the clusters a little bit closer, not across from each other. So, if we do one here. And one there. I think I like it. I'll use this twist tie. So I'm going to put this right on top of this twist tie after I add some glue to it. Put some glue on the tip. I'm going to bring it down and wiggle it around and touch that mesh underneath there. But then I'm going to take that twist tie and I'm going to use that to help anchor this. And I'm bringing this one like facing downward because think about it, when you hang a wreath on the door, you don't necessarily want your flowers pointing up because when your guests come, you want them to be able to see that flower. But if it's pointing up, they're not going to see it. So that's why I'm on the flat surface. While I'm down here, I'm thinking about how the guest would be viewing it if it were hanging on my door or wall or whatever. Oh, it was $15 until last year, but then they went up. And if you had a vet visit too, it's only $10 for a nail trim. Okay. Yeah, that's probably the way it is with ours, is if it's with a vet, I'll bet you. If not, it should be. I'm gonna boycott for it. Okay. And again, just trying to get my twist tie lined up where I want to put it. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Just the mechanics of it kind of can be the challenging part. Glue, wiggle, 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 get it through that mesh. And don't burn yourself in the meantime. There we go. Okay, now I need glasses. There it is. Okay. I couldn't find the other end of the twist. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we've got those two clusters, and now we're going to have this one more like a standalone. Or it will be a standalone. Yes. Yeah, I see that. You're stalking me. Okay, so this, I want the home. I want to be able to see home. Do you guys need some more chores to do?
No.
Then why are you in here?
Well, we should probably get out.
Yeah, I think you need some more chores. Eli was on the verge of getting himself in trouble. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right, now let's put this guy up on the wall. Let me get rid of a couple of glue strings and fix that. So all those cream colored bows, I want to make sure they're still very visible there. I hate it when I run out of my Gorilla Glue. I use Gorilla Glue in my glue pot, and I ran out, so I had, and I didn't have any replacement. I had some generic glue or something. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember if it was a brand name or not. But clearly I can see it's a lot more stringier than the glue I normally use. Okay. Hey, apart. Get this stuff cleaned up. Good thing it's movie night, huh? All right, so now let's zoom in on that a little bit. I can let us zoom in on that. Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, that is good. That's as close as I can get, folks. What do you think? I love it. I love it. Like I said, the goal is to put this for my personal use, but this wreath kit would also make a great wedding gift, housewarming gift, because it's got that neutral tone to it. And I don't like him. He's too far forward. So he would be a super fun one every day. You guys do a lot. You ask a lot of times for inspiration for everyday wreaths. This would definitely be one of those for sure. For sure. And Serena, me too. I'm loving it. Yep, yep, yep. All right, guys. I think Gary's cooking, so I'm gonna go see how he's doing, if he needs help. And thanks for hanging out with me and chatting with me while I made this wreath kit. And I hope you all have a great evening. I'll let you know how the movie goes. Have a good one all.